What's going on, guys? Today I want to do a deck profile, and we haven't done a GOAT format deck profile in a little bit, so I wanted to do some a little spicy. One of my favorite GOAT format decks that I've ever seen. I'll admit that it's not my idea. I think I first saw this in 2016, 2017. Someone by the name of Marcus Hayden topped with this in some GO format tournament. It's on Nostalgic Duelist Facebook group, so links are in the description below. Credit to him. That's where I first saw it. Maybe he copied it from somewhere else, but I don't know. But I will give credit where I first saw it. So anyways, this deck is Zombie Gravekeepers, and it's pretty much the best way to utilize the card of Safe Return, which is a banned card. There it is. If you're not familiar, every time a monster is special summoned from the graveyard, you draw one. So this deck is Zombie Gravekeepers, both of which have a revival to reborn stuff from the graveyard. Not to mention they also revive themselves from the graveyard sometimes. So it's a pretty cool strategy. I like it because you can use Card of Safe Return, which you otherwise never really use. Definitely not in modern format because it's banned, but also in Go format, unless you're playing some gimmicky stuff like, I don't know, whatever, Jar Turbo or something. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to start off with the Gravekeeper package. So we're playing 2 copies of Gravekeeper Chief. You may not be familiar with, but it pretty much says when it's tribute summoned, you can special summon a Gravekeeper monster from your graveyard. So that's one way to trigger Card of Safe Return. And then alongside that, we are going to be playing the full 3 copies of Gravekeeper's Spy and 1 copy of Gravekeeper's Guard. So Spy, when it's flipped, summons a Gravekeeper from the deck, and then Guard, when it's flipped, returns a monster from the field to the hand, which is really nice because this deck has a little bit of an issue with Thousand Eyes Restrict, so Guard can get you around that a little bit. On to the Zombie package. The Zombie half, we have 1 copy of Vampire Lord. Yet another card that will summon itself from the graveyard when it's destroyed by card effect, I believe. It will summon itself back during the next standby phase or something like that. So it's another way to trigger Card of Safe Return. We're playing 2 copies of Spirit Reaper. We do play 3 tribute summons in the deck, 2 Guard and 1 Vampire Lord. So Spirit Reaper as tribute fodder, Gravekeeper Spy as tribute fodder, and then the 3 copies of Pyramid Turtle as tribute fodder, which float. So that's really nice. Yeah, everything just kind of works together. It's pretty cool. Even though this is a Gravekeeper's deck, you're not playing necrovalley. Obviously, the goal is to revive stuff out of your graveyard. So you don't want to play necrovalley in this strategy. Maybe you can side into it if you want. If you're siding in Go format, that's fine. And then on to kind of the staple monsters. We have Breaker, Tribe, Sengen, and 1 copy of Sinister. So that rounds out the monster lineup. That's 16 monsters. We have 6 Gravekeepers, 6 zombies, and then 4 staples. If you don't like this particular set of staples, feel free to switch it out. But yeah, that's what we're playing for the profile. All right, on to the spell cards. So we'll just breeze through the staples really quick. We don't really need to talk about the Power 7. Everybody knows them: Greed, Charity, Duo, MST, Heavy, Snatch, and Premature. And then we'll just throw 2 Noblemen on top of that. Everyone knows these cards. They're played in pretty much every GOAT format deck, so we don't have to talk about it. Next, we're playing 2 copies of Book of Life. So Book of Life is a revive from the graveyard. It's like Monster Reborn for a zombie monster. And you also banish a monster from your opponent's graveyard, which is good, but it's also bad if they don't have any monsters. You can't use it right away. So I don't know, just something to keep in mind. 2 copies of Creature Swap. You have a lot of stuff to swap over. You can turn your spies to attack mode, swap them. You can swap over your Pyramid Turtles. Yeah, there's some decent options. So 2 copies of Creature Swap. And then the last 3 cards are, of course, the purpose of the deck, the 3 copies of Card of Safe Return. Yeah, so far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways to trigger it. And then we're going to have some more in the traps. So pretty cool. And onto the traps. We have 3 copies of Rite of Spirit. This is just pretty much Monster Reborn for Gravekeeper's monsters. So it's a normal trap, so you can set it alongside something else to bait out Heavy and then flip Rite of Spirit, and you'll still get your monster. And then alongside Rite of Spirit is also of course, Call of the Haunted. So we have 4 revival traps in the deck to bring the total number of ways to revive for card of safe return up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 with premature. So 10 total revival methods, and 3 copies of card of safe return will get you a lot of draws. And then the last 4 cards, we have the 3 power traps remaining, which are TT, Ring, and Mirror Force. Whoops, I'll spread those out a little bit. And then the last card is 1 copy of Sakuretsu Armor. You can play Dust Tornado. It might not actually be a bad idea. Sometimes you actually want your opponent to attack into you anyway, to hit your Pyramid Turtle. More like, what are you going to protect? But a good reason for Saku is Thousand Eyes. This deck doesn't play a lot of outs to Thousand Eyes, so you kind of do need that little bit of an out. So yeah, that's the deck. 40 cards. Extra deck, of course, whatever you want. We're not playing meta, so not really needed. So pretty sweet deck. Highly recommend giving it a try. It's just something fresh. It can compete with like the top tier stuff, with Go Control, with Chaos Control, with like Beatdown. So yeah, give it a go. It's pretty sweet. You get to use card of safe return. That's why I play it. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you guys in the next one.